Meanwhile, elsewhere, in case you know what I'm fucking excited about, tomorrow we get to fucking open this box. We get to fucking open this Digimon box tomorrow. Okay, anyways, we're in the void. Casey, this is just Casey's just quoting Game Grumps. Okay, we're in the fucking void. Who the fuck is this? Who the fuck is that? Oh. Dude, what the fuck is happening? Who is this? Wait, is this who I think? Dude, is this Golbez? Is it Golbez? I need to see his helmet. Just to make sure, I need to see his helmet. I sensed the breaching of a gate, but it was not instigated from this side. It's thrown open from the other. Wait, these are whoa. Okay, are we getting a look at the new villain? Like, is this gonna be like a team of 5 different like kings kind of thing, with Golbez standing on the throne? And these are like, because we have like the throne of earth, throne of fire, etc. These like, oh, I just realized. Wait a second. Wait, are we going full Final Fantasy 1, dude? Is this Golbez? Final Fantasy 1. And then the fucking 4 elementals, the Lich. Yeah, we have Lich, you have Tiamat, you have Merilith, and you have the Kraken. Is that what this fucking is right now? Oh my god! Oh!
I too felt it. A rare occurrence, yes. But such a tiny portal is beneath our notice. There are more pressing matters at hand. An opportunity is upon us, the coming of which we have awaited for nigh on 10,000 years. We dare not let it slip our grasp.
Is this what this fucking is? If it is, I'm gonna go crazy, dude.
We must not underestimate she who bested the cloud of darkness. Even restrained by a covenant, the cloud was no feeble wisp to be dispersed by some flesh and blood mortal. Let her come. I will drown the world and watch this fleshling gasp of breath in her final moments.
Dude, is this what this is? Your zeal is admirable, but forget not our cause. I need to see his helmet. Think back on our struggles beneath this sunless sky. Remember why we cede not our will to fight. Oh my god, it's him! It is Golbez. It is time we set the war in motion and win redemption for our star. Oh my god, I love it! Oh, I hope that's exactly what this is. Like, I love that. I love that so much. Let's change our gloves really quick, because our gloves look kind of doom. Back to 19. There we go. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. Hey, Varshan, sharing the wealth.
Shall we begin? If we are to spend the treasure wisely, then we must first determine which groups would benefit most from monetary assistance. Some of my citizens may find it intimidating to speak with the satrap directly, so I would ask that you act in my stead. Bella, you are to visit Akiali and Yildamad. Speak with Matsuya and his people, and listen to their grievances. Stydian, I bid you do the same at Palakistan. I will be conducting my own inquiries at the Giant's Guard grounds. Once you believe you have ascertained the needs of the populace, we can reconvene at the Megaduta.
Yeah, I'm not gonna spark Casey. It's not because I think I'd hurt her or vice versa. It's more I don't want to hurt each other. I don't want there to be a chance where one of us goes a little too hard, and you know, we're in a lot. Someone gets really hurt. It's bound to happen.
Pumpkin. Wow.
Okay. We're going to Akiali. I forgot. Back to Akiali. I'll let Casey hurt me. I mean, hey, Andy, that's up to you. Yes, Argos, let's go. We have Pupper Dog. We have the flying Pupper Dog that can't currently fly because we can't fly here. Because I never collected all the things. We did all the quests, just never collected all the things, as you can see. All these dark spots are ones we actually have to physically find. I deserve. You don't deserve it, Andy. Stop it. You don't deserve it. Matsuya. Oh, Bella, I was so glad to see you had returned normally and not returned unharmed. You finished with the boat then? Anything the village desperately needs? Well, I suppose the Calazar's laws hit us the hardest. Been trying to find buyers for my fish, but although I sell a few here and there, so much more difficult than it was before. Everyone's still struggling to rebuild their lives, but now we're just banding together as best we can. Now we gotta go run all the way back. Yeah. Okay, why didn't we go to Yildimed first and then here instead of teleporting here, having to run all the way over here and then back? Doesn't make sense to me. Dude, I'm seeing this deal on the planet. 57 kilograms. Hey David, how you doing? What kilograms to pounds? Casey, Casey, don't worry, I got this. Oh, 126. I'm doing okay. How about you, David? Junkmonger.
Greetings and welcome, traveler. If this is your first visit to Thavnia, then you must try our special Amra Sali. Refreshing zest cannot be beat. What could such a wonder cost, you wonder? Well, I part with 3 bottles from the generous price of 19,800 gil. But for you, I'm willing to go as low as even 10,000. You'd be practically stealing from me. Is that Matsuya? Or did some guy just randomly walk up? I am not Estinian. Estinian? Oh, is you're the one who was with that spirit-trotting fellow. Well, you can hardly blame a man for trying. The world may no longer be on fire, but we are still stifling through the ashes, so to speak. Sister, spare me. We might as well have the ugly tower back for the scant few travelers we see these days. I myself barely have the coin to buy at local price. I tell you, if I didn't charge the odd adventurer a small fortune for afternoon tea, I'd be scavenging for scraps in the street.
I'm perfect chest height. Confirmed. Casey, too small. Lalafell height.
Casey's like 1 foot.
Our affairs at the port, well, it's in shambles, isn't it? The trade routes are open once more now that the danger is past, certainly, but no small number of merchants have had to sell their ships to make ends meet in the short term. Add to the sailors we lost in the final days, and it's little wonder the flow of exports is no longer no more than a pitful trickle. If Khazal and his consortium were still with us, I'm sure he'd have found a way to turn our fortunes around. And that a man who got now that's a man who got things done. God rest his soul. You've spoken to the key local figures and gained an understanding of the populace's hardship. Varshan awaits you at the Megaduta. Megaduta. Back to Razatan. Hey, Casey. Hey, Casey. Hey, Casey. I was supposed to be an insular Casey. I was just saying I was tall and weighed a little, for skinny dude on the planet. That's true. Casey's mother is smaller than Casey. Casey is still a Lalafell though. She's like Tataru height. She like goes up to your knees. The person you see in the webcam is actually, like when Casey streams, is actually a really crazy VTuber. You know, that's what it actually is. That looks just like her but taller. In reality, Casey's like knee height. Doom 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 doom. Okay, so I'm gonna send the I'm gonna save the video Laurel has. I'm gonna put it in Discord. The music is really nice here. There, okay, so I put yes, the older women song. Yes. Dude, I have waffles. Okay, Casey, that's actually the only thing I have. I actually have waffles. My advisor's return. I've just made it back myself.
Why do you retain this vessel now that your true form is known? You could have flown across the island in a fraction of the time.
Be that as it may, the sight of a massive creature descending from the sky can be startling to say the least. There are few places I can enter comfortably without risk of flattening some cart or stall.
Makes sense.
Fair enough. As for my inquiries, the people of Palakistan were unanimous in their reply. They are surviving. Resources were stretched to the limit when refugees were pouring in, but they preserved and with some assistance from Mildamat. From what I've understand, they have always been an independent community, hunters and foragers and the like, and I was assured that this jungle provides for their needs, for the most part.
Emergency uses for length, feet or inches or meters. It's meters, Casey. Casey.
Pakistan has weathered the disaster better than most, it seems. I myself had heard good news and bad. The Quarrymen were cautiously optimistic, having just sold a full wagon of giant skull to a foreign trader. But such visitors are few and far between. Compared to our best years, the weight of stone leaving Thavnia has been light indeed. Our nation is small and isolated, its prosperity dependent on a steady stream of exports. We must identify any obstacles to the flow of trade so we can begin working to remove them. Tell me, what did you learn in Achiali and Illimad?
Yeah, they're also suffering.
I see. Without a dedicated buyer, the average fisherman must struggle to offload his daily catch. It is why I believe we should first address the lack of ships and shortage of the able-bodied sailors in Yillimad. I am reminded of a child I spied as I made my way back to the palace. His father was lost at sea when the beast sunk their vessel. The many variations of the same tragic tale, repeated over and over, so many lives lost.
Oh, yes, that kid. Yeah, the one that looks like a Madeleine. I hate him.
Enough grief to drown in if we let ourselves be overcome. But we will not. Bella, Astinian, I will consider the perspectives you've brought me and devise a plan to help my people confront this adversity. I would like you to be in attendance when I announce the proposal to my assembled functionaries.
I thank you for your attendance. The riches the Radiant host have retrieved were hoarded in Al-Zadar's name. A fortune I set aside for a future day of need. And lo, that day hath come. May it aid our wounded city in reclaiming its vibrancy and vigor. In better times, I would leave such a task to our capable Ahawan. God's rest his soul. Finding myself bereft of his counsel in the here and now, I will assume the responsibilities of mine office directly.
Oh, Casey. Oh, Casey.
Firstly, the treasure shall be sold for more convenient currency. Thence, invested into the trading port of Yedlamad. Our merchants must have their operations restored, their ships rebuilt. Commerce must flow once more. None were spared the tragedy of the final days. Of this, I am well aware. But an absence was created by the loss of Karazal's consortium. And by filling it, we provide new means for our fishermen, our artisans, and others to bring their wares to distant markets.
Hooray.
And what of the children who were left without family to care for them?
Yeah.
That is a concern which weigheth heavily upon my mind. The simple gift of coin will soon be exhausted, leaving these young souls adrift on the fringes of our society. Nay, a proper solution is needed, one which doth guarantee their welfare for years to come.
Oh yeah, Casey's watching Attack on Titan for the first time, and Casey really likes Sasha.
Thou hast surely seen how other nations rise to meet this challenge, adventurer. What dost thou deem the wisest course?
He's not a unicorn, Casey. He's a dragon. He's a dragon. Is Haku the dragon? And taxes levy them on trade profits in exchange for your investment. It takes a village. Taxes. Taxes. Taxes.
I see. We create a reliable source of revenue. Let us put this idea into
No.
practice. A contract shall be written, requiring all who receive of our Zadar's treasure to commit a portion of their future earnings towards the running of an orphanage.
Casey. If he was a unicorn, that requires him to be corn. He's not corn. He's a dragon.
Now, such an influential policy is deserving of a worthy name.
Yes. What shall it be? The name of Kazal seems appropriate. Why not honor one of your most successful Kazal?
A fitting candidate.
Kazal's orphanage.
Kalzal should be remembered, not as the blasphemy which terrorized Thavne, but as a hard-working and generous man who brought much wealth to our shore.
Exactly.
Do any among you object to this proposition? Many here lost loved ones to the beasts.
Casey, did you just laugh at your own joke?
In that time of strife, any one of us could have broken. Any one of us may have been taken by despair. When I think of Kalzal, I feel no hatred. Only a stinging regret that we could not save him as well.
Aw.
Isn't
That's
that
a good
right,
point.
men?
Good point.
This bodes well for that boy. Murad, was it? Perhaps he can cut ties with that shady peddler.
True.
Then let it be done. Henceforth, this initiative shall be known as the Kalzal Foundation.
Makes sense to me. Respectable, respectable.
Abdeen, thou art to assemble a patrol and ensure that no
I'm the nickname Master Maker. Okay, Andy, make a nickname for Casey. Yogi as in like the bear.
clerks, see to the management of our funds and make haste. Our citizens must not suffer a day more than is necessary.
Alice turd. Get it? Like poopy. It's just
Dragon and
Casey.
man, side by side in pursuit of a brighter morrow. Reminded of Ishgard.
Casey, just know it's because you're the shit. That's why. It's because you're the shit. That's all it is, Casey. Yeah, we're gonna take money. Veteran Radiance. Bridging the Rift. Thank you for putting forth Kazal's name. Those whose lives he enriched will take comfort in seeing his legacy honored. You will forgive me for not speaking sooner, but I bear a message from Archon Yoshtola. She asked you to meet her at High Crucible at your earliest convenience.
Understood. Thank you. Ishola must have finished a study of the Void Gate. Shall we hear what she has to say then?
I shall go with you.
I thought the shot shop would be too busy setting up the foundation.
My clerks have been the well-oiled cogs of this administration since before I have assumed the office. When they understand what needs to be done. And I am curious to learn what conclusions your Archon has reached considering the gate's unique construction.
As you wish. Allow me to lead the way, Your Excellency. Steal the sad, absorb the sad, turn it into your own power. Use that power to go and blast a small city. Boom! You are now Godzilla Kaiju level terror. Using the power of sad. Next step, world domination. Bum bum barum. Bum 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 bum. What'd you learn, Yashtola?
Right, here we all are.
Yes.
You discovered something new.
I took a closer look at that device. I was able to determine how it keeps the Void Gate sealed, but not how it might instead be employed to expand the opening. For that, I would need to reference the technique developed by Vritra's alchemists, no records of which appear to have survived the intervening years.
Yeah, Casey's planning to stream around 4-hour time. So a 4-hour time would be like 11 o'clock or something like that, right? Something like that, 11, something around that general time span.
We know this, so why have you sent for us? Have you learned aught of value or not?
Patience, good sir. One must introduce the subject before launching into specifics.
It's sometime, Casey. It's 5 o'clock, because it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
From what we understand, travel between worlds is accomplished by passing through the nebulous rift which exists between them. Picture, if you will, the moment you were called to the first.
Picturing.
You touched a focus of some kind to help the Exarch pinpoint your location. His summoning spell then channeled the energies of the Crystal Tower to begin your journey to his world. The magics tore a hole in the walls separating source and shard, and cast you into the intervening nothingness. In that place, the laws of nature hold no sway.
The void. Am I gonna be joining? I mean, I'll be here.
Yet even through this
Honestly, why
realm
not?
of temporal and spatial instability, you were borne safely to your destination in the first.
Laurel!
The feat that guided you across such an unimaginable distance, both physical and metaphorical, was nothing short of a miracle.
Yeah, I was talking about karaoke and older women. And I'm like, hey, Casey, you know what else has older women in it? The recording that Laurel had. So I put it in Discord. Older women.
Found in the source. Who guides them here and how?
An excellent question. Though there are several methods by which the Void's denizens might intrude upon our world, the rituals of summoning are the most typical. For example, let us consider the Gargoyle, a creature of middling power.
Gargoyle. Okay. Gargoyle.
To call upon such an entity, the prospective summoner must force open a void gate. The portal lasts but a moment and is relatively small, allowing only an imp or other lesser being to squeeze through with their physical body intact.
Yes.
Our more powerful gargoyle, however, is too large for that. Creating a gate big enough for him would require vast amounts of energy, far beyond the reserves of any one mortal practitioner. Instead, 'tis far more common to bring over only the entity's soul. We had a taste of that ourselves when a certain exarch dragged us to the first.
Makes sense, makes sense.
And just as our bodies remained in our world, the Void Sense physical form is left behind in the 13th.
Okay. Thus the souls go into these statues, okay.
Once at its destination, the summoned soul is granted a temporary shell to inhabit. In the gargoyle's case, a stone effigy has proven a suitable vessel.
Makes sense, makes sense.
Wait. You said that Voidsent must be called here deliberately by someone in the source, reeled in like a fisherman with his catch.
Yes. That all makes sense.
Exactly. For a being to navigate the chaos of the rift, with or without form, there must needs be a guiding agent on the other side.
When the hordes poured forth from Alag's Great Gate, it was the technologists who drew them through.
Yeah, what the fuck, Laurel? Ah.
Though to my knowledge, planar fissures
Typical
are in
Laurel.
essence natural passages between our world and the void, which require no such guidance to traverse.
Typical Laurel. Always hating on people.
Why is only the boundary between the source and the 13th so fragile? So much so that it often tears open of its own accord.
Typical. Full of hate. The embodiment of hatred.
Is key to understanding travel between the source and its reflections.
And how do you intend to get your answers?
Carefully.
No. The danger is too great.
What do you mean, Varshan? She didn't say anything.
Perhaps. But what some call danger, others think of as adventure.
Adventure!
Were you not listening to my tale? Never mind that the means to expand the gate has been lost to the ages. Even could you force the portal wide enough, you would be greeted by an army of murderous horrors the very instant you step through.
We're just wanting to have fun, okay, Varshan? Let us have fun. I want to go through the portal,
I assure
and
you
I want to go
most
kill some
determined.
demons. It's adventure
And I
time.
agree that to go alone would be certain death.
I want to go on an adventure, okay?
But if I were to bring along one who has already braved the 13th and humbled the cloud of darkness, well, I imagine my chances would be much improved.
Help me in. I want to go on a fucking adventure. Our newfound adventure to fight Golbez and shit.
I had a feeling you might say that. Once again, I put my life in your ever-reliable hands.
Casey got an 81 out of 100 on her psychology quiz.
That said, as much as I would like to march straight back to the Void Gate, there is the small matter of being unable to open it without the Satrap's personal authority.
Ooh. Roshan, I want to go on an adventure.
As I've said before, I will grant you and yours any boon you choose to name, provided it does not endanger my people.
I want to go on an adventure. Let me go.
You have my word that we will take every precaution. Not a single void scent will be allowed to threaten Radzatan, assuming we manage to expand the portal in the first place.
Good one.
You have a plan.
Basically a psychologist.
Actually, I had hoped you might help us with that. I presume the alchemists you retained supplied you with some explanation of their methodology.
That they did. House Daymir was overseeing the project.
Daymir. Ah, yes. The family associated with the great work.
Yes.
I did not fully comprehend the theory, but their research began with a void scent which had slipped through the fissure. After a thorough examination, they created an arcane simulacrum possessed of similar qualities. A man-made void scent, if you will. It was apparently indispensable in their efforts to enlarge the gate.
A man-made void scent.
Yes. Being great admirers of the Archons, House Daymir submitted detailed notes to Charlene's official committee. They expected praise and accolades for their simulacrum. And were thus devastated to be informed that their work had been classified as prohibited material.
Dude, D&D stuff like leveling up your character? Oh my god. Casey needs to level up her character when she gets home too. I've already leveled up Eckhart. He didn't gain much. Oh my god, it's Ashes. Sorry, I started to choke. Hey Ashes, how you doing?
If that's true, then those notes might still be stored in a forbidden archive somewhere. Not Google, of course, since that library had yet to be built. Which leaves us with...
Yeah, I almost died. Numenon, Graha's favorite place to sneak around with what? Numenon! You managed to make Will choke psychic powers.
Yes, it may very well hold a copy. In which case, I say we head directly to Charlian.
To Charlian!
Unless you anticipate needing help to reach the high shelves. See myself being of little use. Go on ahead. I still need to find Mirad and tell him about the Kalzal Foundation.
Get it? Because they're short.
Let us be on our way as well.
Okay, Yoshola, I'm following your lead. Bum, 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 bum.
They are resolved to venture into the void. Do I sit idly by?
I got too spooked. I got too spooked. I did internally screamed. It came out as a choke.
confirm we need to make a thing where whenever Ashes makes a comment for the first time, a loud trumpet plays on stream.
If we're to enter Numenon's restricted archives with a minimum of fuss, then we must search the permission of the forum, secure the permission of the forum. First, however, we shall need to enlist the cooperation of a member to broach the matter on our behalf. Who do you think might be inclined to assist us?
I mean, I guess Alphinaud and Alice's dad.
None springs to mind. What of Scholar Montagane? Did come to Graha's defense during the inquiry after all. It's settled. Let us head to Phenomenon and see if he's willing to help us once more.
Okay, let's go, Yoshtola. To Phenomenon. Also, that makes me think of one of my favorite memes. You got this, Andy. One thing I will do, where are we going? Oh, I'm just not where I'm supposed to go. Where are we going? Oh, we're going in here, in the stadium. Do the soundtrack from Shrek. Do the roar. Do the roar. And for whenever Ashes enters the chat, the entire Shrek movie plays in the corner of the screen.
I apprenticed to Master Matoya at the age of 7 and labored under her tutelage for a full decade. Never had the chance to attend the stadium. Neither did Thancred, as I recall. Soon after Master Louisville took him in off the streets, he was put in the care of another Archon. His was a rigorous and practical education in the arts of espionage and survival. I sometimes wonder what my life would have been like if I pursued studies here instead.
Lectures.
Oh, that does sound lovely. Studying afternoons with friends spent sipping tea and debating theories. Still, I wouldn't give up my time with Master Matoya for the world. The dank cave I studied in was about as far from the bright, airy halls of academia as one could get, but it was a wondrous, magical childhood nonetheless.
Bum bum beam 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 boom bam beam. Bum bum ba dum ba da da da. Monte Chanju. Monte Champagne.
Visitors, and quite esteemed ones at that. What may I do for you?
I pray forgive the intrusion, Scholark, but we were hoping you might help us secure permission to enter Numenon's restricted archives.
Oh, no furtive forays into the study, into the stacks this time, eh? I applaud this newfound sense of property and propriety, yet in all this wide world of comparative sincerity, what so compels you to disturb a vault of forbidden wisdom?
Bum ba dum ba dum bum bum ba da dum.
Fascinating. I had no idea such a technique existed.
I would have been surprised if you had. If my assumption is correct, the research left behind by House de Mer has lain dormant in Shalian's archives for many centuries. And if you unearth this research, what then? Surely you don't intend to cross over into the void. That is, in fact, precisely what we intend to do.
End, pray tell. Adventure!
To develop a method for traversing the rift, that I might keep my word to a distant friend. Sentiment aside, I have journeyed to the end of his existence. I have heard, felt, and thought endlessly about the truth of our world and the echo of its future. And yet I want to understand everything, to unravel it all down to the very last secret. What scholar worthy of the name wouldn't force open a void gate or two if a grand revelation was the promised reward?
Marvelous. An audacious proposal worthy of Master Matoya herself. And after hearing the whys and the wherefores, I, for one, do not believe you would use this knowledge for ill. I see no reason not to present your request to the forum's consideration. Although your petition would be better received if you had also had the support of another well-balanced and well-placed acquaintance. Why, Master Fortunate, of course. He can hardly ignore an earnest request from his dear children's most treasured comrades.
I was hesitant to approach him directly, but there is no denying that having Master Fortunate on our side would tip the balance in our favor. Very well, we will pay a visit to the Levier estate and plead our case.
Dr. Casey. Oh, haha, one last thing before you go. I would consider it a personal favor if you might share with me the discoveries you make in the void. My appetite for knowledge is every bit as insatiable as yours, I'd wager, so if you could see your way to indulging an old man's curiosity.
Of course, Scholark. We will be sure to pass on any revelations.
Dr. Casey, you know what makes me happy? Damn, she's good. Oh my god, she's done it again. You're a miracle, Dr. Casey. Dr. Casey! Makes you sad. Casey, get on it. It makes you sad because you're sad. Oh, fuck. Casey's a genius. Send the bill to my insurance. I feel so much better. Taking away the sad from you guys. Dr. Phil ain't got nothing. You're hella good at it. Sorry, Laurel. I don't think your insurance is gonna cover it. Sorry. Yeah, sorry about that. Get better insurance next time. Pipe Bomb is this person's name. I like their outfit. Really nice. This looks like something Casey would wear if it was like an emerald green, or like a forest green, or black. Why insurance? Why? Do 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 do.
Ah, Mistress Bella, Mistress Yostola, how may I be of service? I've come to speak with Master Fortunate. Is he home? Is he home by any chance? Yes, the master is in residence. I shall inform him that he has guests.
Ha! Confirmed. Get fucked. Well,
Ameliance would invite you inside for tea, but I assume this is not a social visit. It's a matter of importance to discuss.
Then pray proceed. You have my full attention. I want to get into the studium. I want to get into the lost archives, dude.
I suppose I should praise you for following the proper protocols this time around. Scholar Montaigne expressed much the same sentiment. I assure you will not attempt to circumvent the forum's authority again, unless it's absolutely necessary, of course.
Of course.
You do understand that the restricted archives are restricted for good reason, yes? If no pressing need exists, then why risk the consequences of employing this forbidden knowledge? A brother who misses his sister, she was his guardian and his friend, a selfless hero who crossed the rift between worlds to save her homeland from horror and suffering. But the brother has given up on thoughts of reunion. He spends his efforts elsewhere, watching over a people yet healing from the flames of final days. loyal to his duty while betraying the longing for it in his heart. There's no vital mission, perhaps, reuniting these siblings, but it feels a worthy cause to pursue all the same. As one who fears losing his own loved ones and spent years in research to prevent it, surely you appreciate how painful such a separation must be. Lections are still very much a mystery to us. Offering to share your experiences in the first should constitute a fair exchange for our cooperation. Dude, waffles are good. I have waffles. Not celebrate just yet. The forum must still be convinced. I will add your request to the list of today's deliberations and deliver the decision to you at the Baldessian Annex. Thank you, Master Fortunal. Well, I guess we're gonna, go to the Baldessian Annex. The Reaper. Doll Eyes, the Reaper. That's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool outfit. I dig it. They're a unicorn. Look at that. They're a unicorn. He was a dragon. And thus we wait. Oh, I didn't even think about you still following me in teleportation. You guys want a psychology stream today or mana? I'm torn. Whatever you want to do, Casey. That's up to you. So, what did the forum decide?
Put it bluntly, Master Matoya has burned some bridges here in Charlian and salted the earth for good reason. And for good measure. When it became clear that her student was the petitioner in question, well, no few members voiced their discontent. Then the chamber was reminded, in no uncertain terms, I might add, of the incredible debt we owe to you and your companions. That served to silence the grumblers and stiffen a few spines, and it was agreed that allowing you entry to the archives was the least we could do in return.
Yay! That's wonderful news. Thank you both for speaking on our behalf.
Yes, well, as I am sure you are aware, this permission was not extended lightly. Forbidden knowledge is to be treated with the utmost caution, and there will be repercussions if it is not. Wish you well in your endeavor, and bid you good day.
Thank you, Fortunal. Dude, watch anime. Casey just started Attack on Titan.
Ever the same, that one.
Uncompromising, aye, but that very stoicism is exactly what Charlian needed to guide it through not one but 2 exoduses. That went rather well, I think. As a child, I dreamed up any number of schemes for getting my hands on those forbidden tomes. Now I can simply walk in through the door. Our focus would be on finding House de Mare's research notes. Of course, but the thought of so much knowledge at my disposal has me feeling a little giddy.
Oh, Yoshitola. Because, yeah, exactly. It's a fun way to watch things